All right, welcome to the kitchen. This is my husband's dish. I actually have not made this before, but I'm going to explain what he's got going on here. Now, this is called Shakshuka, if I'm saying that right. Now, every time we've made it prior to this, we've been using frozen tomatoes and frozen peppers. Today is the first day that we're making it with fresh ingredients, and we're really excited to see how it turns out. Now, the main base to this dish is it's tomato and egg and onion. But it's one of those kind of things like minestrone soup or certain kinds of dishes where you can use what you have. So this is one of those things when there's fresh produce coming out of the garden. This is a wonderful dish to do. So I call my husband Mr. Precision. Please take note of how neatly everything is cut up and how precise the sizes are of absolutely everything. But he's cutting up a variety of peppers. He used some sweet, some hot, some kind of more in the mild, like a little bit spicy range. There's Pippin Golden Honey, Hungarian wax, Nata Peño, and hot banana in there, or hot Hungarian wax and sweet banana. So he's sauteing just the onion and pepper, and actually I remember he forgot the hot pepper, and I believe he's going to cut it right about now. He's also shredded a zucchini to add, just getting the vegetables sauteed a little bit in olive oil and seasoned up. Now the other thing he needs here, there's the hot pepper. So he's chopping one hot pepper up, seeds and all, and he's going to throw that in the mixture. He meant to throw that in earlier, but that got missed. So he needs 1 pound of tomatoes. So he's using one of our giant German pink tomatoes, and he's chopping that up. Now, once he puts that into the mixture, I believe he's going to put that into the oven, into a 400-degree oven. Adding the garlic there. But he's going to add the tomato here in a little bit, or there's the cumin and the salt. I think, let me see, I have the recipe here. It's 1 teaspoon of cumin. So the main seasoning that the recipe actually calls for is just salt and pepper and garlic and cumin. I think you could kind of go any direction with this particular recipe. So mixing in the tomato there, and then adds it into the oven for 10 minutes. He roasts that vegetable mixture for 10 minutes. When that comes out, he's going to use a spatula and make like 8 depressions in the vegetable. And then he's going to crack the eggs in each of those indents. It's interesting, like when we do it with a frozen tomato, it's almost like more like a sauce when it comes out. This is still like you can see the individual components that made up the vegetable that we put in it. They said this is one of those dishes I feel like you could use almost anything coming out of the garden, and you could go a lot of different directions with the seasoning. The recipe calls for 8 eggs at this point. That makes about 4 servings for us. We find we use 2 eggs with the vegetable is about perfect, a perfect meal for us. So this is 4 servings. And then once he's got those eggs in there, they're going to go back into the oven for 7 to 8 minutes. And you just want the proper amount of doneness. So however you like your eggs cooked, whether you want your yolks runny or if you want them fully cooked. Now, this particular day, we didn't have any greens. The way that we really liked to eat this before was with arugula and feta. Today, Luke just sprinkled a little bit of feta cheese on top because that is what we had, but the feta and arugula works marvelously.